You can lose fat faster this week without fasting for hours or drastically changing your diet. The secret is a small shift in how your body handles insulin. It's so simple that it almost feels like cheating, but it only works if you avoid one big mistake that most people make within the first hour of their day. Let me break it down for you. Once you understand what's really going on inside your body during that first hour, you'll never start your day the same way again. We all know the struggle. You try eating healthy, you try moving more, and you even skip breakfast every now and then. But somehow, the scale just doesn't budge. By mid-morning, you're feeling hungrier, foggier, and completely frustrated. It's as if all your efforts are in vain. Here's the thing. You're not broken. You're simply mistimed. Here's what usually happens when you wake up. You try to start your day on the right foot, maybe with something light to eat, or sometimes you skip breakfast entirely. But a couple of hours later, your energy crashes and your willpower starts to slip. It's not your fault. It's about your body's internal chemistry. You see, when you wake up, your hormones are already active before you even open your eyes. Insulin, cortisol, and the rest of your hormones are all talking to each other, getting things going. If your first move of the day doesn't align with this natural rhythm, you're actually signaling your body to store fat instead of burning it. Let's focus on insulin because it's the key player here. When insulin is high, your body holds on to fat. When it's low, fat finally gets permission to burn. This is where so many healthy morning routines go wrong. You can eat the healthiest foods, but if you eat them at the wrong time, your metabolism is like a car trying to run a marathon in flip-flops. It just can't keep up.
Insulin isn't bad. It's just a little clingy. Imagine a security guard who refuses to unlock the door when your own fat is trying to leave. That's how insulin behaves. This clinginess explains why a small snack can quickly turn into a full-on eating spree. It also explains why your energy feels more like a roller coaster than a steady climb. The inevitable crash leaves you reaching for a quick fix, something sugary or caffeinated just to get going. But every time you reach for that fix, you're only keeping the fat door locked. Let's take a closer look inside your body to understand this better. Your day doesn't start with breakfast. It starts with hormones waking up before you do. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, is released in the morning to help you get moving. It signals your liver to release glucose, which is free fuel to help you wake up and get going. This process is called the dawn effect. It's your body's natural way of giving you energy to start your day. But here's the twist. While glucose levels are rising, your cells are actually a bit insulin resistant during this time because your body is prioritizing your brain. Muscle and fat are forced to wait their turn. What does this mean for you? If you eat carbs during this time, like a banana, an oat bar, or even a healthy cereal, your body needs more insulin to process them. And when insulin levels rise, fat burning takes a back seat. Your body is saying, we need to keep the lights on, not burn fat just yet.
Now, for all the caffeine fans out there, here's where things get tricky. Coffee or any source of caffeine raises cortisol levels. That's not necessarily bad, but when you add that to the cortisol surge you're already getting from the dawn effect, you're giving your body a double dose of alertness hormones. If you add carbs to that mix, your insulin levels spike even higher. It's like giving your insulin a big cup of espresso. It's no longer interested in burning fat, it's locked up and stored for later. There's another piece to this puzzle: sleep. Even just one night of poor sleep messes with your insulin sensitivity. When you're sleep deprived, your body needs more insulin to process the same amount of sugar. Add that to the morning cortisol spike and the caffeine boost, and you've created the perfect storm for sluggish fat burning. If fasting feels harder after a bad night's sleep, it's not because you lack discipline, it's because your insulin is working overtime. Now, for the good news. The good news is that once that initial hormonal surge calms down, your insulin sensitivity rebounds quickly. There's a sweet spot where your body is actually ready to burn fat, and you just need to time things right. That's where the 3-2-1 morning rhythm comes in. It's a simple routine that works with your body's natural rhythm instead of against it. Here's the first rule of the 3-2-1 morning rhythm. Wait 90 to 120 minutes before eating. Give your body the first hour or two to finish its wake-up routine. That's when the dawn hormones start to settle and insulin sensitivity begins to rise again. During this time, you can focus on light movement. Check your emails, take a walk, hydrate with black coffee or electrolytes, but hold off on food until your body is ready for it. That short delay alone doubles your fat-burning window for the day.
The second rule is to lead with protein and fat. When you do eat, start with foods that are rich in protein and healthy fats. Think eggs, Greek yogurts, vegetables, avocado, or nuts. These foods help stabilize insulin levels, keep you full longer, and train your body to rely on stored fat for energy. Save heavier carbs like oats, rice, or fruit for later in the day, when your muscles actually need the glucose. Carbs aren't bad, they're just more beneficial when your body is ready to process them. The third rule is to protect your sleep. Stop eating at least 3 hours before bed to allow insulin levels to drop and your repair hormones to get to work. Late-night snacks keep insulin elevated, which means your fat-burning hormones are never activated. Even your hormones need a bedtime. Now that you understand the 3-2-1 rhythm, let's talk about how to troubleshoot during the first week. It's normal to feel hungrier in the morning at first. That's a sign that your metabolism is waking up. To manage it, try sipping on electrolytes or black coffee to tide you over. If you feel low energy after your first meal, you may have eaten too many carbs. Move your carbs to later in the day, and you'll start to feel the difference in just a couple of days. If you find yourself wide awake at night, that means you ate too close to bedtime. Try finishing your last meal earlier and keep it light. Finally, if you get a random sugar craving, that's just your fat stores asking if they can finally burn. Give it time, about 15 minutes, and you'll notice that the craving passes. These tiny tweaks, combined with the 3-2-1 rhythm, will make everything feel easier. Fat loss won't feel like a struggle anymore. You won't feel starved or deprived, and you won't be white-knuckling through cravings. You'll just feel steady and in control. The best part? You didn't need a whole new diet. You just needed a new rhythm. Once your insulin rhythm is aligned, you'll start noticing small signs that your body's dropping fat long before the mirror catches up. In the next video, I'll show you how to spot those changes that most people miss. Or check out this other video to get even better results with your fasting routine. If you found this helpful, give it a like so others can learn this simple trick. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe and let's keep making fasting easier, one tweak at a time. Hit subscribe and let's keep making fasting easier, one tweak at a time. Hit subscribe and let's keep making fasting easier,